1 sec, I'll be there. Hello. Hello. Lynn, good morning. Pat, good morning. You guys could see me, right? And hear me? Can you let me know? Looks so dark. Let me see. Back there. All right, let me know if you could hear me and see me. Perfectly. All right. Yeah, it's usually better when I'm away. I swear to gosh, my internet's better. The lighting is better. That's why I shouldn't stay at home. Let me see. I just want to make sure when I'm here, I'm okay. Perfect. Right? All right. So I'm in Brighton, UK. It's 5:30 p.m. for me. So great. Glad it's working. Hi, Nancy. All right. So I'm teaching live this week because I'm in Brighton, UK. And then next week I'll be in the Isle of Skye or on my way to the Isle of Skye, probably on the Isle of Skye, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Yeah. And I don't think that there will be great reception up there. So I am here. You are here. How is everything going? I've only been here for 2 days, or today's my second. So kind of acclimated, but not 100%. So what's going on with you all? Anybody have anything to ask or to report? No, but you guys could hear me, right? So maybe you're set up at your space. All right. Well, I'm going to assume that you guys are still there because I see that you're still there. I hope the Wi-Fi is good. We tested it before I came on. And of course, as I'm getting ready to go on, it says, verify it's you. So I had to figure out some things. Oh, I see that I do have a clock up there. All right. So perfect. All right. Well, let me make sure that that's all done. The lighting is up. There you go. The sound. Oh, there. My sound wasn't even all the way up. So, all right. Well, is Dave here today too, Lynn? For those of you that are in my balance challenge, I just posted for the day. So I tried today to do the balance with my eyes closed right away. So instead of usually I'm looking up and then trying it, but today I actually just came up and closed my eyes. And so, of course, did not stay up as long. It's just so amazing how much our head position and our eyes are a part of balance, regardless of how strong our body is, like all the muscles and all that. And then I received a letter from someone today that they had a fall. Actually, crazy. This is crazy. 2 people in our class, so from Saturday, I'm not going to say who, fell. And one of them fractured the ankle, the other one 0 breaks. And so, this is real. I mean, the reason why I do what I do is to help you be the best you could be for the rest of your life, to be the strongest, best balanced you. And if we don't get on that early, we wake up at 80-ish or close to 80 with really poor balance and a very small life. And so that is really what a big part of what we're doing. No, Dave's not there. Okay. Well, I think it's tax season, right? So that's probably why. Okay. So today I was talking to my daughter's boyfriend's parents, and they're my age, like mid to late 50s. And I was having them do balance. And it was amazing because it's really not something that people do. And they were doing it. And the man, he's like, wow, my balance is not great. I'm like, well, it's not going to get any better unless you do something about it. So you better do something about it. So start brushing your teeth on one leg, start standing in tightrope. So I can't wait to hear over the next few months if he reports to my daughter what it is he's doing. Because sometimes, once you learn these things, you're like, oh, I better do that. And I think that is what happens. All right. So today, because I am here traveling, I will use whatever I have available to me. So I have a blanket that I put on the ground, and then this is a perfect height to do legs up it could be up the wall, up the chair, up whatever. It's really a great way to relax low back. And I've been walking at least 10,000 steps a day. That's kind of my goal when I go on vacation, because I usually do eat more and things that I normally don't eat. So I think balancing that out with a lot of physical movement is important. So legs up the sofa will be what I will be doing. And then I grabbed from the bathroom a towel that will become my strap. So for today's practice, get a blanket, get a strap. If you want a block, you could get a block as well. I might use the blanket as a block. And so that will be there off to the side. And let's begin our practice. So this is a practice of self-care, doing everything and anything we could do right now. It doesn't matter where you're at, what's going on. This is about lubricating your joints, stretching your joints, strengthening muscles, lengthening muscles, keeping yourself moist and juicy and limber and mobile forever, or for as long as you can. So gather whatever it is you need. I'm going to begin my practice today on the ground, and I'd like to do a breath work, a grounding breath work, where one hand is on the upper chest and one hand is on the belly, and we bring our mind to the palms, to the fingers, to the breath. And this is a way to connect mind to body. And it's also a way when you get very somatic and you really start to think about the palms and the fingers and you feel your body moving towards them. This is a way to actually fire up and stimulate the front of the brain. And that's when we can disrupt that chronic stress. So very important to use this part of our brain. And the more repetitions, the more often we do this, the more we set up the new memories and the pathways. So this is de-stressing breath, grounding breath, very somatic mind-body connection. So get whatever you're going to get, a chair, a wall, a bolster, whatever it is you're going to get. And I'm going to come down onto the ground, bringing yourself onto whatever position you're going to be in. The arms can be wherever they are in the beginning. Let your body arrive here. So bring your legs up. Let your arms be wherever they can on the side of the body. And with the eyes closed, you can move to a position that may feel a little better for you. Stretching, opening. Close your eyes. Begin to breathe through your nose. Bring your awareness to your head. Do a little gentle movement. Go slow side to side. So don't rush. Go really slow side to side. Closing your eyes, feeling your neck stretch. A few more. See if you can go a little farther. And then bring yourself back to center. A few breaths here. Let the heaviness of your arms and legs yield to gravity. And then bring one hand onto the chest and one hand onto your belly. Try to let the upper arms be on the ground so that you're relaxed. Begin to breathe to your chest. So bring the breath to the upper hand. Spread the hand and bring your awareness into that palm. And feel the chest pressing towards your palm on the inhale. And then bring your awareness to the hand that's on the belly and breathe directly to the palm of that hand. Let your mind go there and feel how the belly presses into the palm and the fingers. Keep your mind and your breath, your mind on the belly, moving towards the palm on the belly. Let's move back and forth between one palm and the other. Take a big exhale. Breathe to the palm on the belly and then the palm in the chest. Exhale, palm on the belly, palm on the chest. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, belly, chest. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, belly, chest. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, belly, chest. Continue on your own. Keep your mind right where your palms are. Really feel the movement of your body.
Let your mind go to your belly, your mind go to your chest. And finish this breath and slide your hands down to your belly. Feel your belly rising to your hands and falling away from the hands. Keep your mind in your belly, mind in the palms. And finish the breath you're on. Take 3 more breaths, breathing to your palms. And then let your breath go back to your body to breathe itself. Begin to move your fingers, your toes, hands in your feet. Then draw the knees into the chest slowly. Hold on to the shins or underneath the legs. Draw the knees deeply to your chest and rock side to side, massaging your low back. And let your legs go up to the sky. Shake the legs a little. Let the arms go up. Letting the bones of the legs sink into the pelvis. This helps to settle the low back. Helps to set the hip joint nice and deep in the socket. So it takes it away from the front where most of the pressure is from standing and sitting, walking, moving. And draw the knees into the chest. Coming onto your side. Cradle your head in your hand. Take your hand on the floor. And then push yourself up to a seated position. And then close your eyes. Just notice how you're feeling. So when we do the grounded breath, we stimulate the relaxation zone. And then gently blink your eyes open. I turn off my notifications. No more dinging. Okay. All right. So they say that meditation is medication. And in the practice of yoga, there are steps that we do before we prepare the mind to go into a space of meditation. So there are some things we do socially, things we do for ourselves, it's like the 10 commandments. It's 10 practices that we do. And then there's the physical asana where we're doing the movement on the mat that we all know as yoga. Then we do the breath work, which we just did. And that's to help to calm the mental energy. So it slows down the mental energy, grounds it into the body. And that's when your mind is ready for going into a more focused concentration. That is what eventually leads to meditation. And meditation is where they say it's medication, and that's where deep healing takes place. The breath work that we did with the hands on the belly, this is a great one to do if you wake up in the middle of the night, if you have trouble sleeping, because deep restorative sleep is so important for health. And if you travel and you're dealing with jet lag, then it's something that I use all the time when I travel, because the times I'll wake up when I need to be sleeping, I put my hands on my belly. And instead of being in my mind and thinking, I bring my awareness into my hands to feel my body breathing towards my palms. And that brings you away from the thinking brain to the feeling brain. And so it stops that part of you that is thinking and is going down the pathway that stimulates the fight flight zone or that whole cortisol loop. So it can be really, really powerful, and especially if you use your hands on your body when you're breathing. And it's better to practice when you're not stressed or when you're not in a jet lag situation or when you need it in the middle of the night if you wake up, because then your body, you'll have it as a tool when you need it. And it's not always easy right away to do that. So the more familiar your body and mind are with this, the more of a tool it truly will be for you. So let's begin to move our bodies. Clear your space, get your blanket, and fold your blanket so that you have some padding for your knees. More for those of you that have knees that need support. So if you have knees that need to be supported, let me see, I want to get this. This is my little strap I'm going to be using. So that's going to be my strap for later. Okay. So let's come on to all fours. Coming on to all fours, take your hands forward, pointer fingers are forward, and just start to move around in your joints. The shoulders and the hips, let them settle. This helps to set the joints in the body. And let's do a little crawling. So crawling backwards, keep your head lifted. So look forward. Crawling forward, crawling backwards. Or you can go around in circles if you'd like. You can crawl around your space. Then bring yourself back to center. Bring yourself all the way up.
either up here kneeling if your knees don't like to bend, or if you have bendable knees, come down onto your shins, take your hands, move your hands. And then circles in one direction, circles in the other. So let's do a little bit to undulate our spine. There's 26 vertebrae in your spine, 26 vertebrae, 2 of them are in the tailbone. So take your hands forward and wide, and then start to move your tailbone up and down the back wall. And let it be the bottom part of your body that moves. So keep your head lifted, look straight ahead, and start to take your tailbone up and down. You'll feel a stretch in the belly when you point the tailbone up. And then as you point the tailbone down the back wall, you'll stretch the low back. Keeping the head lifted, keeping the spine where the heart is open, up and down that back wall. See if you could really feel that stretch in the belly when you let the tailbone go up the back wall. These are muscles that get tight if we sit a lot. And then bring yourself back, come up, relax your wrists. Strengthening our wrists is important, and I know for some of you it may be a challenge. So we're going to do a little bit to warm up our body a little deeper. Hands are forward and wide. Look forward, bring your pelvis towards the ground, stretching the front of the body, and then bending the hip, keep the head lifted. Bend the hip, bring your body back, forehead towards the ground. Inhale forward. Exhale back. See if you could feel that big stretch in the front of the belly, the core muscles. Come forward and stay forward if you can. Lower your shoulders, push away from the ground. And then inhale, look over one shoulder, back to center. Inhale the other shoulder. Really stretch the front of your body. One more, each direction. And then bring yourself forward, bring yourself all the way up, bring yourself all the way back. Keep the arms straight if you can. Let the forehead touch the floor or put a block under your forehead. Walk your hands closer together if you can. Keep your arms straight. Feel the stretch underneath the armpits. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself up. Walk your hands closer together. Let's take the left hand. Face the left hand towards your chin. Then slide the left hand under towards the right. Bend your hip joint so your body moves back and come into what's called a figure 4. Push your hand into the floor. So left hand presses into the floor. Left shoulder is not on the ground. Left shoulder is pressing, left shoulder is away from the floor. Left hand is pressing in. Right fingertips, and try to lift the right elbow up towards the sky. Low belly is close to the top thigh. So really stretching the upper back. So the upper left back here. This will help with low back as well. Breathe down to the left side of your body. You're stretching the left upper back, left whole side. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself up. You take
The left hand forward, the right palm is up towards your chin. Then you slide the right hand over to the left. Bend your hips so the low belly comes closer to the thighs. Push the right hand into the ground, really twisting the upper back. This is an upper back stretch, feeling it behind the shoulder blade. Breathe down to your right side here. Push your left hand in, or push your right hand into the ground. Right shoulders away from the ground. Lift the left elbow up. Take one more breath. Bringing yourself back to center. Take your arms forward. Bend your hips a lot. Let it be that the hips bend a lot. You let your low belly come close to your top thighs. Forehead rests on the floor or a block. Long spine. Tailbone pointing down the back wall. Forehead touching the floor. Try to lengthen your spine as much as you can. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself up. Let's bring one knee forward, one leg back. I know not for all of you, because not all of you could bend that front knee. If you can't bend that front knee, you could try to come up onto a kneeling position and try this. Take the hands on that front leg. Use the heel of the hand to push into the femur bone, the top leg bone. Back leg is back, really stretching the psoas, the top of the psoas. It's attached to the low back. Let your gaze look up. Push your back leg into the ground. Try to lift your rib cage away from your pelvis. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back down. Let's switch. Bring the opposite knee forward. That leg back. Bring your body up on top of your thigh. So pushing down with the heel of your hand into your femur bone. Gaze is up. Back leg into the ground. Really feel that stretch, the psoas, top part of the psoas. Really lengthening the psoas. It attaches onto the inner thigh and onto all 5 lower back bones. And then breathe down to your belly, and that intensifies the stretch on the upper part of the psoas. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself to a kneeling position. So come all the way up, kneeling on your blanket. So definitely feel a lot of that stretch in the whole area here between the lower ribs and the top of the pelvis. Where the pubic bone is, the whole front part of the abdominal is attached right here. And so if we're sitting or walking or looking down, if this gets really tight, so really stretching that here. Come into what's called Tadasana or mountain. Hands are down alongside the body, right beside your body. Reach down with your fingers and then get nice and tall with your spine. Take an exhale. Then inhale. Let your gaze go up. Reach your fingers long. And then as you exhale, let your chin come to your chest. Hands come down alongside your body. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take one hand up, one down. Then switch.
Go slow. You can imagine that you're in water. And if you feel unsteady, take your legs a little wider apart. Last one. And then bring yourself back. Take your hands, clasp your hands. Turn your palms away from you. Shoulders are forward, up, back, and down. Keep your shoulders down. Then bring your arms up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's try one more time. You're going to inhale. Look up at your hands. Try to do a slight back bend. Reach your palms up. Breathe down to your legs. One more breath. And then bring yourself down. Bring the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Bring your hands onto your shoulders. Start to do circles with your shoulders alongside your body. Getting that upper back, the muscles moving, clearing up the cobwebs, the stickiness in the body. Start going a little bit bigger with your elbows. We're going to let the head and the cervical spine join this. So let's inhale, gaze up towards the sky, elbows up. Exhale, chin to chest, elbows down. Inhale. And exhale. And then bring yourself back to center, back to Tadasana Mountain. If you'd like to explore closing your eyes here, hip joints are trying to find that joint coordination for balance here. Take one more breath. And then open your eyes. So let's come on to a lunge. When we are upright like this, we use more body weight to stretch our muscles. So come on to a kneeling position and then bring one leg forward and walk that leg pretty far forward. And press the back foot into the floor, press the front foot into the floor. So try to equalize the weight. That'll turn on the back side of the front leg, the front side of the back leg. Then take your hands here. So you may already experience some balance issues here. And if that's the case, take your foot, walk your foot over to the side a little bit more if you'd like. Take an inhale here and an exhale. And on your next inhale, you're going to bend the front knee, bend the front hip joint, lengthen the back leg, and come forward, look up. That's your inhale. Exhale slowly back to center. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one, you're going to inhale forward. From here, we're going to come into a twist. So you could do a twist where you put your hand on your knee and your hand on your waist, lift up, and then try to rotate your trunk to this direction. Or if you want to go a little deeper, bring your hands onto your outer front knee, hands together. Long spine and rotation. And if you want to do the work, you could actually flip the back toes under and lift the back knee off the floor, coming into a lunge, long spine. Breathe down to where you feel the twist in your trunk. So the back leg side, breathe down to the low belly on that side. Take one more breath. And then to come down, if your knee's lifted, come down gently. Come back up. Come back all the way out. Bring your leg back. Sit back onto your heels or stay up on your shins to take a couple of breaths. Catch your breath. That could be a very challenging deep stretch for your growing area, for your hip flexors. And it's also very strengthening. So it's lengthening and strengthening that back leg. So that's an eccentric. You're lengthening the muscle and you're strengthening the muscle in a lengthened position. So very important for that back leg, the hip joint or hip health and all the muscles that are involved in that. And then we're rotating the trunk, so we're stretching the top part of that psoas. So there's a lot of taking sitting out of your body. The lunges do that. So let's move on to the other side. Choosing to do what's appropriate for you. So you bring the foot forward first. You let your body find this. And if you need to take this foot a little wider for balance, do that. Then taking both hands on top of that thigh. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, bend the front knee and the front hip joint. Lengthen that back leg. Come forward. And then exhale back up. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. And then one more, you come forward, stay here, gazes up. You either come into that rotation, putting the hand on the thigh and rotating, or you come deeper, hand on the outside, bringing the palms together. Flip the back toe under if you'd like to lift off on this side. And if you're asymmetrical in your body and you have issues in the front of that hip or that hip, don't take the back knee off the floor. Do what's appropriate for you. Take care of your body. Take one more breath. Gently put the back knee back down on the ground if you took it off. And then bring yourself up and come all the way out. Take a break. So today I feel a lot of deep stretching in my area, my psoas, because I've been doing a lot of walking and traveling. You sit a lot, so there's a shortening of those muscles. So I definitely feel the practice today. Quite a bit in those areas. So let's move on to a rotation. Take your blanket, fold your blanket quite a bit. So fold it in either 2 or 3, like double or triple, and then come to sit on your blanket. And sit towards the front of your blanket. So come to sit at the front, and let's all do the same leg because it's easier for me to instruct it that way. So take your right leg straight and bend your left leg. So we're going to do spinal rotation, and spinal rotation is going to actually help to strengthen the vertebra. The important thing is that you're not collapsed in the upper chest. So the really most important thing is that you're lengthened and you have your chest, the front of your vertebra is being stretched. So make sure you do that. Bring your left leg in, push your right leg into the ground, and your left leg here. If you would like, you could have your block back behind you to push into to get more length, or you could push onto your blanket, or you could push onto the floor. Take your right hand on your left leg presses into the floor, left foot presses into, push away from the ground, take an exhale. And then you inhale, rotate your lower ribs, your middle ribs, and your upper ribs to the back. Push your right leg into the floor, your left leg, lower your shoulders, slide your shoulder blades towards each other, and then lift your heart. Take 3 breaths here. And at the end of that 3rd breath, go ahead slowly, unwind. Take your legs straight. Let's go to the other side. So take the right leg, bending the right leg. Hold on and get nice and tall. So when you hold on to this leg, you can actually really lengthen your spine and take any rounding out of it. Lengthen your spine. Take your left hand on your right leg. Take the hand on the ground behind you to push down to get some height in your body. Exhale, and then inhale. Lower ribs, middle ribs, and upper ribs. Rotate. Lower your shoulders, slide your shoulder blades towards each other. Lift tall in your spine and take 3 breaths here. And then slowly unwind. Legs are straight, then take your legs a little wide. Take a little break here and adding a little body weight to stretch. You could bring yourself forward as long as you keep your spine nice and long, the front of your spine lengthened. And then bring yourself back up to center. Bring your legs back to center. So if you have a block, you could put a block between your legs. We're going to come into staff pose Dandasana. This strengthens the hip flexors. It's a posture posture. It's a posture. It's a pose for a posture, or posture for a posture, strengthening your posture here. So you can take your hands down alongside your body, right beside your body, pushing down and getting nice and tall, lifting your heart, elbows are back, or you could bring your hands up alongside your body. Try to keep them alongside and not forward. So really pushing the hands back, lifting the heart up, press the legs into the ground, take 3 breaths here. And when you finish that last breath, let go. Let's take the soles of the feet together. Bringing your lower belly closer to your top thighs. Hold on to your lower legs, knees are out to the side. See if you could feel the hips stretch. Chest lifted, throat open. Get tall in your spine. Try to lift your ribs away from your pelvis.
And then bring yourself up. Take your legs out to the side. Let's do a little windshield wiper in the seated position. Go slow. Internal, external rotation. Either stay on your blanket or come off of it, depending on what feels better for your body. Letting your knees really move here in the hip joint, or the knees move and the upper leg bone moves in the hip joint. Keep your chest lifted. Do not collapse your chest. And then bring yourself back to center. Come off your hands for a second. Take your hands and move your hands, move your wrists. So we're going to do a reverse plank, which is a pretty strong posture. It also really stretches the shoulder and the chest muscles here. So you want to try to be as narrow as you can across the chest. And it's more of a reverse tabletop because we're going to have our knees bent. So the palms facing towards your body, or if you need to do something different, do something different. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other so your chest is lifted. Let's come into this and then we'll hold it. So let's come in and out and then we'll hold. So exhale, inhale. As you exhale, lift up, inhale to lower. Exhale, come up. Inhale, lower. Last one, exhale to come up. Stay here for 3 breaths. And then slowly lower all the way down. Come into either a kneeling or sitting on top of your heels, whatever your body will let you do. Take your wrists, shake your wrists. And then let's stretch the wrists. So try to keep your arms straight. If you could bring it across your body, keep your arms straight. Then bend the wrist down. Take the hand, push on the back of the palm, not on the fingers, but the back of the palm. Push the palm towards your body. Feel the top of your arm stretch. Tall spine. And take your hand like this. Pull towards your body. Push through the heel of the hand and feel the bottom of your wrist and your forearm stretch. And then release. Take your fingers, stretch your fingers back so you feel your palm stretch and maybe even down the wrist, really pushing down safely. So making sure you do what's appropriate for you. And then the thumb, take that thumb, press the thumb back. And then move that down. Let's do the other side. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Take your arm across your body. Bend your wrist. Push the hand back towards your body. Feel the stretch on the top of the hand or the forearm. And take your hand, turn your hand, push your hand towards your body, push through the heel of the hand.
Feel the stretch underneath. One more breath. And then bring yourself out. Take your fingers and stretch your fingers appropriately. And then take your thumb. Hands. So let's do a plank posture before we come down onto the ground. So any variation that you'd like to do, it could be the forearm, it could be on the hands, it could be the knees away from the ground or the knees on the ground. It's your practice. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, ideally. Fingers facing forward unless you need to do something different. Let's take one foot back and then the other. Let's take 5 deep breaths here if you can. And bring yourself down when you're ready. Take a break. Any seated position that's good for your body. Close your eyes, catch your breath. And then open your eyes. We're going to come down onto the ground. So for this, you're going to need your strap. And you could use a block if you need that, if you'd like that as well. So have your block or strap handy. Take your blanket back to the top of your mat. Then coming down to the side, reaching the hand away from you. Bring yourself all the way down. Arrange yourself so the blanket is underneath the head. Slide the shoulder blades towards your spine. Let's draw the left knee in and straighten the right leg. Flex the right foot, reach through the right heel. Draw the left knee towards your body pretty firmly, lengthening the right psoas, lengthening the right side of the body. Press your heart up towards the sky. Take one more breath. We're going to switch. Draw the right knee in. Lengthen the left leg. Hold on either to the shin or behind where the hamstring is. Draw the knee deep. Flex the left leg. Slide the left heel away from you. Really lengthen the left side. Draw
the right leg in. Take one more breath. And then bring both knees in. Rock side to side. And both legs up. And then bring your legs down. Hands on the belly. Take a breath here. Let's grab our strap or whatever it is you're using to hold on to the leg. So we use the strap to help bring the leg to us. For those who are really bendy, sometimes you can use your hand if you could come towards a straight leg and you don't compromise too many other aspects. Or if you didn't have anything and you wanted to hold on behind your leg and use that. So no excuse to not practice using whatever you have to assist you. Take your strap or your towel or whatever you're using and put it on your foot. So put it on the left foot. Let's do left foot first. Towel on or strap on the left foot. The right leg can stay bent or you could straighten the right leg, whatever feels appropriate for your body. Then firming up the leg. If you straighten the leg, no bend in the knee, you're going to be pulling on the pelvis and you can stretch or strengthen the pelvis while you're at it. And then if your leg needs to be bent, that's okay. You'll be in the belly of the hamstring. And draw the leg back towards the wall behind you. Feel that stretch behind your left leg. Close your eyes. Pull down so you feel a heaviness of the left glute in the floor. And then you feel a strong stretch behind the left leg. Take one more breath. And then slowly release. Take the strap to the widest part of the foot. And then put a slight bend in your knee. We're going to stretch the calf. So pull the foot down towards you. Slight bend in the knee. Inhale. And then unbend the knee. Push the center of the heel straight up towards the sky. Really stretch that calf. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Stay here. Push center of the heel straight up towards the sky. Pull the top of the foot down towards you. Feel that stretch the back of the leg, back of the calf, maybe even the back of the heel. And then relax. If you get plantar fasciitis, that's a great stretch for plantar fasciitis. Bring the strap back to the center of your leg. Put the right hand onto the ground. Keep the leg pretty high. And then let's open the leg out to the side, stretching the inner thigh. Breathe into the place you feel the tension. Take one more breath. Bring your leg back up to center. Take the strap off. Hands on the belly. Close your eyes. Notice what you notice about the left leg, the left side of the body. And then open your eyes. We're going to go to the other side. We're going to draw the right leg in this time, putting the strap or the towel, whatever it is you have, I have to say that practicing with a towel actually gives more access to the whole foot, keeping the foot in a more flexed position, and it's actually a deeper stretch. So it may be a nice thing to try sometime to get a towel instead of using a yoga strap. So we're going to stretch the right leg this time. Left leg could be straight or bent, you decide. Pulling down to root the leg deep into the socket. Keep the leg straight if you'd like to pull on the pelvis, creating some pelvic bone strengthening. And then let the leg move back towards the wall behind you. Take one more breath. And then bend the knee. Bring the strap to the widest part of your foot. Kneecap points backwards, slight bend in the knee. Pull the strap down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, the center of the heel goes straight up towards the sky. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Inhale to bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale, stay here. Pull the strap down. Keep your legs straight. And then release. Take the strap in the right hand. You can straighten the left leg if you'd like. Keep the right leg pretty high. And then lengthen the right leg out to the right. Take one more breath. And then bring your leg back up to center. Take the strap off. Hands on your belly, couple breaths here. So the last posture we're going to do is bridge. You could take a block between your thighs, or if you had a blanket, you could do a rolled up blanket. We're going to come up and hold the bridge posture for 5 breaths, strengthening the back of the body. Lift your head up, lengthen your neck, narrow yourself across the upper body. Arms could be bent straight or clasp your hands under your body. Walk your feet as close as you could get them to your body. Squeeze your block, flatten your low back into the ground. Exhale, and then inhale to lift yourself up. Clasp or straight arms or bent arms. Take 5 breaths here. When you finish your last breath, come all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Feet on the floor, hands on the belly. Bring the blanket back underneath your neck, underneath your head. So it's time for Shavasana to let all of this integrate into your body. So whatever posture you'd like to end in, If you have an ottoman or a sofa or a chair or a wall, it's nice to end with legs up something, or straighten your legs and come into your version of Shavasana.
Udare apare Hariyam Hariyam Nirname akame Govinde Mukande 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 Udare apare Hariyam Hariyam Nirname akame
Gently begin to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Bring that movement into your legs, your arms. Bring the knees to the chest. Come onto your side. Push yourself up.
We'll close the practice with sound, bringing your hands together. Pressing your heart to your hands to your heart, long spine, long back neck. Gentle humming sound. Take a big exhale. Inhale. In gratitude, namaste. So my body has definitely been feeling the travel and especially all the walking I've been doing. And I felt so much deep stretching in the deepest part of myself today, in the psoas, in the abdominals. And I feel amazing right now. Like the pain that I was feeling on my right side, I am not experiencing anymore. And I felt such deep stretching. So hopefully when you do the practice, it's appropriate for your body and you're able to do what you should do, not do too much, because we are really stretching some very important aspects of our body for health, for healing, for healthy aging, and to bring more spaciousness into our body, which will help us feel really, really good. All right, so let's hear how you are feeling. Oh, I might need this here. Jack. Oh my God, that's my son. That's great. Checking in on me, honey, to see if I did it or not. Michael, right? Is that how we say that? Oh, thank you. Stevie. Yeah, Stevie, I'm in Brighton, UK. It's 6:49 for me. So getting ready to go to dinner and you guys are just beginning your day. This is actually the first time I've ever taught yoga live in Brighton. I've taught in London and I don't know if I'll be teaching in London this time. I don't know. I'll be in Scotland next week, going to Scotland tomorrow. So any classes I teach next week will be in Scotland, and the following week, probably Scotland. I'm not coming back to the US until November, middle November. So you've got me from Europe for the next couple of weeks. And I hope you guys are doing my balance challenge. So I've been doing it every day. And I just posted an amazing photo today at this beautiful garden I was at. So trying to do more video. I'm going to shoot a lot of video when I'm over here that I'll be using for things. So if you follow me on Instagram, Debbie Robinson Wellness, you'll see some of the videos that'll be up for the next 3 weeks will be coming from all over the UK. I'm going to Scotland, England, and then I'll be on the Isle of Wight, which is off the south tip of England. So I'm going to do a lot of beautiful videos that you'll all be able to watch. And then I'm going to plan my trip for Scotland 2023, which will be the first week of May. Pretty sure it's going to be May 1st to May 9th. So if you want to come over here, you could come with me and we practice yoga. So yoga is a part of it because we have to stay fit for travel and for healthy aging. Right. So Stevie, thank you. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to go have a great evening, and I will see you whenever I see you. All right. Bye.